Evening, Dennis. Is my table ready?
We always keep it for you, Mr. Capwell.
Ownership has its privileges.
Will it be just the two of you for dinner this evening?
I beg your pardon? I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding. Mrs. Capwell and I will not be breaking bread together this evening.
No, that wouldn't be ethical.
I apologize, Mr. Capwell. I just assumed
It's all right.
that...
It's not your fault. Could you find me another table, please? Thank you.
And now for a brief update on our local elections. The race for the state Superior Court seat recently vacated by the death of Judge Glenn Shorter intensified. Voters line up at the polls tomorrow to cast their votes for incumbent Republican Judge Mason Capwell or his wife, former District Attorney Julia Wainwright Capwell, running on the Democratic ticket. A preliminary telephone survey conducted by this station shows the wedded adversaries running neck and neck, with a projected winner too close to call.
Angela? You all right?
Tell him to come in.
Angela, if you don't answer, we're gonna come right in.
You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. Aye, you shall be together even in the silent memory of God. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. Give your hearts not into each other's keeping, but only the hand of life can contain your hearts. Warren, do you take BJ to be your lawful wedded wife? Do you promise to love her and to cherish her, forsaking all others?
Stop. Please. I can't do this. I'm sorry, Warren.
No!
BJ, wait!
We don't have time to wait, Warren. If we do, you'll use it to convince me that we're doing the right thing, and if I let you, it'll be too late.
Now, don't fight me on this. We are doing the right thing.
Would you swear to that in court? Warren, please understand. You can't keep saving my life. If you do, neither one of us will have a life to come back to.
Warren. Give her a minute.
A minute? Do you think life can change in 60 seconds?
Life can change in the blink of an eye. Take my word for it.
Easy.
I'm sorry, Angela. I knocked you, but you didn't answer. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I must have fallen asleep soaking in the tub.
I'm glad you're all right. I was worried about you when I called and we got cut off on the phone.
Well, I must have answered the phone in my sleep and it fell in the water.
You look positively wiped out. In a radiant way, of course. Hot bath gives you a nice glow.
Well, my skin may be glowing, but my spirit is crying for rest. Would you be terribly disappointed if I begged off dinner tonight?
Of course not. We'll go to the Oasis anytime. Tonight we'll bring it in here.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can. I'm half owner. And room service is still room service, even if I have to pay a tip to the taxi driver. Better yet, I'll call Dreyfus, have him bring it over.
I would just hate for you to go to all that trouble.
Trouble at all.
Look, why don't you use the phone downstairs while I get dressed?
Okay. Champagne and lobster tails, all right?
Absolutely divine.
you mind if I don't dress for dinner? Okay if I come in? You know what picture ran through my mind the very first time I held you? You were about 5 minutes old, wrapped in a blanket, and asleep in my arms. And for some reason, I had this image of you walking down the aisle of the church in your wedding dress. And me stumbling along beside, nervous, shedding a few tears, and wondering if I had the courage to give my baby girl away, and whether or not the man who was taking her away was good enough.
Oh, he's good enough, Dad. Warren's the best.
I'm beginning to realize that. And I also realize that weddings are supposed to be joyful occasions. And sharing in that joy is just, well, it's one of the perks that just comes with being a dad. But the true test of whether or not I've done my job right is you're letting me get close enough to take on some of this hurt, along with the joy. How am I doing so far?
I'm not the one who's hurting, Dad. Warren is. He's the one who's going against everything he believes in just to help me.
Maybe that's because he believes in you more than all those other things. He loves you, sweetie. And that's a fact you can't change.
Marrying me just to save my skin is the same as a lie.
There are all kinds of lies. The lies we tell ourselves when the truth is too painful. Or the lies we tell our friends when their friendship is more important than just us being right all the time. And then there's the lies we tell the ones we love. Because we can bear the pain. But seeing that same pain in the eyes of someone you really love is just plain unbearable.
I can't bear to see that pain in Warren's eyes. I mean, what if, despite his best efforts, I'm still convicted? I go to prison. And what is Warren supposed to do then? Spend half his life waiting for me to be out on parole? When I finally do get out of jail, we'd have more to look back on than we would have to look forward to. Warren might as well be in jail right along with me for all the freedom he'd have. And I'm not going to do that to him.
Did I say you were my little girl just now? My mistake. You're made in your own image, BJ. And as much as I'd like to take pride in knowing that I had something to do with it, I can't. You make me very humble. And whatever you decide, whether this marriage comes off or not, I just want you to know that you touch the lives of all the people who love you. And I'm definitely one.
So am I.
And And now with an update to our telephone survey, callers evenly split on the Capwell versus Capwell race for the state judiciary.
Dennis, would you turn that
If you'd like
static
to
off,
place your
please?
vote, the number to call is...
Number to call is 1-900-EAT Crumb.
Tough old bird.
Fantastic plumage. Birds of a former feather.
That you broke apart, and I need to let you know I dream of our passion. It's always the same. I hold you till starlight is daylight, whispering your name. I dream about passion. It's always the same. I hold you till starlight.
I don't want to intrude. I think maybe I should go home.
No, don't. I need you here.
Sir, what is this all like?
What?
Having a sister, having a mom and dad. Sometimes they're friends, sometimes they're not. I mean, it must be really hard.
Well, I just don't think of BJ as my sister. She's always been my best friend. I remember this time I got a D on a math test, and I had to bring it home for my mom to sign. And then BJ forged my mom's signature, but unfortunately it didn't fool Miss Higgins.
Did you tell?
No. I said I did it. And then I got a week's worth of detention after school, and then my loving parents gave me 2 more weeks of detention. But I never told on BJ.
Because you love her.
Because some people you don't tell on. It goes without saying. You're there for them the same way they are for you. Or it's just understood. That's the way it's always been, and that's the way it will always be.
Hello?
Is Reese Walker there, please?
He can't come to the phone right now.
I know it's late. I wouldn't have called otherwise, but it's kind of important.
You sound awful. Are you all right? Are you ill?
No, it's nothing like that. It's personal. If I could just leave word for Reese to call Andy when he gets a chance.
Well, I'll give him the message, but I wouldn't wait up all night by the phone if I were you. Not tonight, anyway.
Who do I call now? There's no one.
too much.
Hate you? Jay, I don't think I could ever hate you. I love you. That's what this is all about.
What did the justice of the peace say? Love one another, but make not a bond of love. If you just marry me today so that you don't have to testify against me in court tomorrow, you'll be bound to me by a sense of obligation. Those are ties that bind, Warren. The kind that cuts deep. The kind that love strangles on and dies from.
Honey, I'm not only marrying you for legality's sake, but I want you to be my wife.
I want that too. This is no way to start a life together, running down the aisle with Connor McCabe and the district attorney yapping at our heels.
But if we're married, they can't do anything to us.
Why don't you just take the stand and swear to tell the truth and be believed? Or don't you believe in me anymore?
You know that's not true.
I don't know what's true. I don't know the difference between what's expedient and what's legal, or what justice is or is not. But I know that if we choose to love and honor one another, it should only be because of love and honor.
I'll tell you something. You are definitely stubborn. I love you, BJ. I want to marry you. That's the bottom line here. That's the issue. I need you.
How long would you keep on needing me, knowing that you'd gotten me off on a murder charge because of a technicality?
Well, it wouldn't be a technicality, the fact that I would be your husband. And if our status of marriage is going to keep me off of that witness stand from saying something incriminating against you that's going to hurt you, I said we've got to do it. But if in your heart you don't want to marry me, then there's only one other thing I can do to keep from hurting you.
Warren, what are you talking about? What are you gonna do?
Ted, we have got to stop meeting like this. Starting now, there's the door.
No. I might meet your boyfriend on the stairs.
Then there's the window. Take a flying
You
leap.
can't get rid of me that easy. I'm a man on a mission.
Yeah, all you men are on the same mission. Start countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Mission accomplished, thank you.
I got you to the moon every time, didn't I?
Ted, would you please leave before Cece comes back?
No. Because that's my mission. I'm going to protect you from my father.
I don't need protection.
Any woman who comes within my father's orbit needs protection. You see him come in here, ordering dinner for you? What if you're allergic to shellfish? Did he ask?
I'm not allergic to shellfish. In fact, I love shellfish. I do, however, have a very low tolerance for people who tell me how to run my life.
See, there you go. It's a point that I'm trying to make because my father can't help telling people how to run their lives. It's second nature to him. He'd rather fight than change his mind, so you better get used to the low blows there, okay? I got the scars to prove it.
Well, maybe, Teddy boy, maybe you were overmatched.
Now, who would that be? Are you expecting somebody?
Actually, it's a little surprise for you.
It's not my birthday. What is it?
I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
I'll get it. Must be the food. I'm coming. Lily?
Hello, Cece.
What are you doing here?
It's all right, Cece. I called Lily and asked her to come over.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
It's no mystery, Cece. Angela has something that belongs to me. I'm coming to pick it up.
It's up the stairs, first door on the right.
Yeah, I remember the way.
What was that all about?
Excess baggage. Somehow something that belongs to Lily got mixed up with my things in Boratunga. But never mind about that. Where's dinner? I'm starving.
Soon.
Mom, Dad, I'm gonna go.
Okay, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye, sweetheart.
Yeah. Night. Yeah, good night.
How'd it go with BJ?
She's an incredible girl.
You're an incredible father. You are her dad, Reese. You always have been and you always will be.
I know, Joe. I don't need you to tell me that.
Well, all I meant to say was that I'm grateful you were here. It felt good being a team again. In Florida and then here tonight. Knowing that we can put aside whatever else for the sake of our children made me believe in all kinds of possibilities.
I'm happy for you, Joe.
The bed's too big. And I'm buying a quart of milk now instead of a gallon. There's no one around to yell at me for using up all the shampoo. I mean, who'd think I'd miss those things? Or you. So much.
I know the feeling. I miss you now, and you're standing right here. Where'd you go, Joe?
I'm here. I'm right here. I mean, that used to be enough. But it isn't anymore, is it? I almost forgot. You had a phone call from your friend at the Oasis.
When did she call?
A little while ago. She sounded upset, said it was important.
And you're just now telling me about it?
You want to give me a break here, Reese? I had a few other things on my mind tonight, besides keeping a time-stamped log of your outgoing and incoming calls. Guess things have progressed a little further down the road for you two. That's one curve I didn't negotiate very well.
I don't know what you expect me to say, Joe.
Nothing. Not a doggone thing. Because what I say doesn't matter. Not anymore. You know where the phone is.
Andy? What's wrong? Where are you?
The office. I'm hurt pretty bad. Can you come right away?
What happened? Andy! Andy, are you there?
Devo andare. Dì a BJ che torno presto.
La luce sarà accesa.
Tu hai fiducia in me?
Conosci già la risposta.
Beh, allora fidati, perché è per il tuo bene.
Era per il mio bene anche quella medicina amara che mia madre mi costringeva a prendere e che non avrei mai preso di mia spontanea volontà.
Ma alla fine ti faceva bene, non è così? Se domani decidessi di andare a testimoniare, qualunque cosa dicessi, anche la più innocua e irrilevante, so che sarebbe interpretata nel modo sbagliato e il procuratore poi farebbe di tutto per confonderti le idee.
Può darsi, ma io non voglio nascondermi dietro a un matrimonio. Non voglio che sia la soluzione del mio problema.
E va bene. Se non sei d'accordo con la testimonianza, me la caverò in un altro modo.
Uorren, è un modo che comporta qualche rischio.
No, affatto.
Ti dispiace spiegarti? Vedi, tra tutto quello che mi è successo, qualcosa è rimasta integra, una certezza, una verità, un eroe. Tu, Uorren. Quando sono arrivata a Santa Barbara, i tuoi editoriali venivano spesso ignorati, ma io li leggevo. Scrivevi sempre ciò che pensavi. Non ti sei mai rifiutato di dire la verità, rischiando a volte qualche sanzione. Oppure, ricordi, addirittura la tua incolumità personale. Ho pensato a questo parecchie volte, Uorren, quando intorno a me non avevo nessun altro riferimento valido. Se ora me lo porti via, non capisci che non mi resterà più niente.
Vedi, certe volte le persone riescono a metterti su un piedistallo così alto che rischi di cadere. E fai un bel volo,
Ma non tu. Tu non cadrai.
Io ti amo. Puoi credermi. Per me sei più importante di ogni altra cosa. Adesso devo andare.
E dove? Portami con te.
Aspettami.
Lo farò, amore mio.
In questa scena manca qualcosa. Ah, ho trovato. Non ci sono le manette. Non è andata esattamente come ti aspettavi, non è vero?
Sì, è vero, ma almeno ci ho provato.
Dove ti fa male?
Seconda costola a sinistra, solo quando respiro.
Ho paura che ti ci voglia un'iniezione di calore umano. Ascolta il consiglio di chi ha già vissuto questa esperienza. Ti passerà.
Che cosa?
La delusione.
Tu sai mettermi di buon umore, davvero.
Volendo si potrebbe provare un nuovo tipo di cura. So che funziona per i morsi di serpente, fa bene ai reumatismi e provoca reazioni miracolose su corteggiatori respinti feriti nell'orgoglio. Vieni qui, ti farò stare meglio, te lo prometto.
Andy, che ti è successo?
Risa, grazie a Dio. Io sono stata una stupida. Ho lavorato fino a tardi e ho lasciato la porta aperta e un ladro.
Andrà tutto bene. Sta tranquilla. Andy. Andy.
Ward? He's gone, honey. Where's Dad? He had to go out for a while, but he'll be back soon. Is there anything I can do?
No. Yes. Hold me. Come on. Sweet. I wish I could just make it all go away. Don't talk, Mama. Just hold me. Don't let go.
Hello? Anybody here? We ought to just go to the airport bar. Hello? How do I get a scotch around here?
Just tell me what label.
Doesn't matter, just as long as it burns on the way down. And easy on the and part. Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers. It burned. What's my damage, pal?
No charge for regulars.
How do you know I'm a regular? I've never seen you around here before. I see Mason hasn't lost his sense of humor. Tell me something. Is it true what they say?
What's that?
That bartenders are just underpaid shrinks who have to sit around and sling booze and listen to people bellyache about their love life, or lack thereof.
Whatever you say.
Customer's always right. Isn't that what they teach you in Bartender's Academy?
I majored in cocktail napkins.
Well, here's my little tale of woe, Doc. We'll do a variation on the old shell game, shall we? Peanut number 1. I was called in to testify against the woman that I love. Peanut number 2. I could avoid that by marrying her. And by the way, with or without a trial, I want to marry her. The problem with that is, when I asked her, she turned me down flat. Peanut number 3. Just turn my back on this whole mess and get a one-way ticket to anywhere but here. What do you do when life hands you a nut you can't crack, huh?
Make peanut butter.
I knew you'd say that.
I read in a book once, discretion was the better part of valor. You want to do right by your lady, but you might be doing her a favor, giving this town the gate.
Maybe.
On the other hand, some people swear about telling the truth. Try it. You might like it.
And we're about to close the phone line. Recapping those results in the race for the Superior Court judgeship.
Shut up.
Shut up.
presently at 63 degrees. Here's the traffic report for those of you driving to the polls this sunny and clear election day.
Was the love I was too frightened of to embrace when I yearned for its
Well, good luck in there.
You too.
I love you.
Sure.
You ready?
Oh, ready as I'll ever be. Where's Warren?
I don't know. He's not here yet. Do you want me to call him?
No. He'll be here.
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Don't start with me, Joe.
BJ and I waited up half the night for you last night. Where were you?
Would it make any difference if I told you that I was with a sick friend all night?
Does it matter what I think?
We have concluded the preliminary motions. There is a great deal left to accomplish. Mr. Arnold, call your next witness.
Your Honor, I wish to call Warren Lockridge to the stand.
He's not in the witness room, Your Honor.
If he isn't there, where is he?
Your Honor, Mr. Lockridge's testimony is crucial to the prosecution of this case. I respectfully request that a bench warrant be issued for his arrest.
Do you have any idea where he is?
No. I held on to your honesty and believed in it when I had nothing else to hold on to or believe in. If you take that away, don't you see you leave me with nothing?
Some people swear by telling the truth. Try it. You might like it.
Well, I can still make it. Mr. Lockridge, you all right?
Yeah. Listen, do me a favor and tell your relief bartender he just saved a life last night.
We don't have a relief bartender.
No, the big guy, the big black guy. The bald guy was waiting. He was tending bar last night.
Sorry. We don't have anyone that works here that looks like that.
Well, if you do see him again, give him these. You'll know what I mean.
Elections always give me an appetite.
Shouldn't we have voted first?
Oh, no. You never vote on an empty stomach. Have plenty of time to vote for Mason after the omelets board lays.
Do you think he's gonna win?
I know he's gonna win.
Well, I suppose having a judge in the family can come in pretty handy.
You bet it can. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've had pet projects caught up in bureaucratic red tape. Mason can dissolve it with a wave of the gavel.
Is that ethical?
No, but it's all in the family, right?
Well, hello, son. Why don't you join us? Then we can all go vote together.
No, Lily and I just stopped by for a quick bite.
Oh.
It's a bit early for you to be out and about, isn't it?
It's a little later than you think. We haven't even been to bed yet.
Really?
Well, I was gonna clear this up with you. I wanted to tell you that I would like to move back into the house.
You're kidding. That's wonderful. Then I'll be surrounded by all my favorite people.
Oh. Well, I'll tell Lily you said that.
I wish I understood that better. Would you like to eat?
It's funny. I'm not as hungry as I thought I was.
Quiet, or I will clear the courtroom. Mr. Arnold, as per your request, I cite Warren Lockridge for contempt of court.
Your Honor,
If it please the court, there may be extenuating circumstances at play here. I request a short
It does
recess.
not please the court to go into unnecessary overtime. Request denied. I hereby issue a warrant for the arrest of Warren
That
Lockwood.
won't be necessary, Your Honor. I'm right here.
It's a love-hate relationship, but in the end, they're always there for each other.